What's behind door number 1? Open your eyes as wide as you can. Okay, they look like they're normal right now. Just keep them open.
Okay, let's talk about Psycho.
It's not as if she were a maniac, a raving thing. She just goes a little mad sometimes. We all go a little mad sometimes.
Fuck, where to even start? Alfred Hitchcock?
Alfred? Good old Alfred boy? He was so secretive about the whole thing. It's crazy.
Isn't that so funny, dude? Like,
oh, yeah, how he, like, bought all of the fucking copies so no one would know the ending. What's kind of crazy is that Alfred Hitchcock funded this movie and owned 60% of it after it came out.
Paramount was like, well, look, if you want to make it, you can.
If you really wanna.
But you're gonna have to figure out most of the funding, my guy. Like the use of black and white opposed to colored film. It was to save cost on the film. Nowadays, he's revered as one of the greatest filmmakers because of the black and white composition and how it adds to the intensity of the story. Interesting how that worked out, right?
Yeah, well, and it was very pioneering in that way of how this was like the first American movie to have a toilet flushing in it. The way they got around that weird stipulation that was in place was that they made the flushing of that toilet like integral to the plot of the movie.
Oh yeah, because she's like flushing evidence down the toilet,
Yeah.
right?
Speaking of this movie being like really mysterious, the trailer for this movie was like 6 minutes long, and it was filmed after the production of the movie.
The victim tumbled and fell with a horrible crash. I think the back broke immediately and hit the floor. It's difficult to describe the way that the twisting of the it's.
He looks like the Penguin too.
Oh my god, he totally does. That's hilarious.
Another white guy in this movie, Anthony Perkins.
Oh my god, dude. He got so typecasted for this role that he basically didn't have a career after this movie.
That's such a shame. And he got snubbed for like any nominations for that role. Like, come on. Give some guy a break.
Yeah. Norman Bates is such a cool character. I love that iconic shot at the end, like the kind of stare that he does into the camera.
Why, she wouldn't even harm a fly.
It probably scared the shit out of
my
people when they first saw it, right?
No doubt about that.
A lot of people consider Psycho to be the first slasher film, and so Norman Bates is kind of just like this iconic character. It doesn't matter how old this movie is, he's still just very disturbing to watch right now.
Alfred Hitchcock was sort of notorious for being very strict with actors, and this time around he sort of let them improvise a bit more, and I feel like turns out to be one of his more natural feeling movies, and it also lends itself to how creepy Anthony Perkins is.
We've got an open vacancy. Subscribe now.
Janet Leigh was a really famous actress at the time, and using her as his main character and Janet Leigh promoting the film and that she gets killed off so soon was a tricky trick.
Especially because it's not even like the trickiest trick of the whole film.
Wait.
That happens halfway through, and then the big reveal at the end is even more crazy.
That is the first thing to ever have scared me. I think it's interesting in this movie how Alfred Hitchcock manipulates the audience into siding with characters who are obviously doing bad things.
As an audience, we shouldn't really empathize with Marion Crane. She just embezzled $40,000 and is fleeing across the United States, right?
For some reason, we empathize with her and are rooting for her as the cop follows her. We want her to, like, get away.
I've told you there's nothing wrong, except that I'm in a hurry and you're taking up my time.
Fuck the police!
She's coming straight from the underground.
Yet, when we see her in a vulnerable situation in the Bates Motel, we do feel terror in her death. A large part of why we are empathizing with these characters is in the way that Alfred Hitchcock framed these shots and edited these shots.
You see, when the mind houses two personalities, there's always a conflict, a battle. In Norman's case, the battle is over, and the dominant personality is won.
Alfie said that Simon Oakland saved his movie with that monologue. And it changes the way you watch it the next time, because you leave that movie wanting to see it again because of that twist, and you want to watch it again with that new lens on everything. And as you do that, everything just falls right into place.
And for all of those people that have only seen the Bates Motel TV show, that would be a really cool moment for them, because that's what the show is about, is that precursor time of when Norma was being her extra wacky self and fucking Norman up, you know?
I didn't hear about the show either.
Oh, then you don't know about the glorious eye makeup that the sheriff may or may not have worn. This is in much debate amongst the community.
Your eyelash guy, just go with it.
It's all me, or maybe it's Maybelline. I don't know.
Okay.
It's not.
Well,
It's not. No,
we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out because we don't believe you.
Anyways, Psycho.
Psycho killer.
Qu'est-ce que c'est?
Ba-ba-ba-ba.
Qu'est-ce que c'est? We say yay. Psycho killer. Fa 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 fa.
Better run away.